How's everybody doing? Happy Sunday. We've got Jason in the house. Good morning. We've got Les in the house. Good morning. And we've got habitual hobbies. I'm still consuming my daily coffee. Two habitual hobbies. Cheers. Cheers to all of you. Happy Sunday. All right, now we're gonna do this thing where like every 20 minutes we're just gonna check to make sure we're good. Good morning, Pro Pyro. Good to see you. All right, you guys all followed the instructions. You've got your coffee. We've got a lot of work to do today. So I've got to do my best to work and talk, which is not my strong suit. Just talking. What's up, Corey? Morning. Thank you guys all for being here. Happy Sunday. Hope everyone's having a great weekend and a great day. It's a beautiful day where I'm at today. It feels like a warm fall day. It's gorgeous. So yeah, today might be a little bit of a long stream. We've got stuff to do, but before I get into what we're gonna be doing, I'm gonna go get some water because we've got to fill the tower. So don't go anywhere. Just sip on some coffee and I'll be right back. Everybody, all right, we're ready to rock and roll. Let me catch up on some chat. Didn't miss much. Good morning, Lim. Thanks for hanging out. Wish it was warm where I live. Cold and rainy, unfortunately. It has been up until today. Today's been actually a pretty nice day. Well, yesterday wasn't bad. You know what? I've been in the grow tent like all day, every day, that I don't even know what the heck I'm talking about. I really don't know what the weather's like outside. Today I went outside, so I know. It's cooler today than it has been. High today is below 70. Wow. Right now it's, I think, 20 degrees Celsius. So I don't know what that is Fahrenheit, maybe like 70, 72. I don't know. I'm here for zipper fans, LS. Only zips. You guys are funny. You should roll out the cable station. It can burn melt cables. You mean my extension cord right here? It's just got, well, I plugged in another extension into it yesterday, but if I roll it out, it's gonna be messy in here. Are we sure the zipper is zipped, I think you mean? Sorry, I don't know what the correct word. My English is bad. Don't be sorry, Tobacco Heaven. I'm just glad you're here. Welcome. Yes, so I think it's meant to be on a reel, so I don't think it's hot. Like, it doesn't feel hot at all. I think it's designed in a way where it's supposed to be rolled up in a reel. Today you went outside finally. Yes, no, I go outside, obviously. It's just limited because I'm usually in the grow tent. What is up, Fred? Good morning, good morning. 20 degrees is 68, which is the perfect temperature for water. I was just watching, I don't know if you guys know, Levels Grow Show. So cannabis grower, but he's got a great show, brings on all these growers and talks about all things growing. And I was laughing because the guy who was showing his grow, he's got recirculating Dutch bucket systems, and they're talking about a water chiller, and he's got like a really nice water chiller, and he's talking about how imperative it is for his grow, and then everyone's about you know, how they keep their water temperature down and all that stuff. Have fun in nature. Happy Sunday to you too. And what is up, Blooming Rose and Mia Lifestyle? Never use rolled up with high powers. The only thing that I have on there that's high power is the dehumidifier, which pulls maybe like 300 watts. And that's only when the compressor's on. But yeah, so it made me laugh because everyone's talking and stressing the importance of water temperature. And so the guy Levels, he's like, oh, well, you know, back in the day, I just used to use ice pack and frozen things for lunch boxes. And it made me laugh because I'm like, yep, that's me right now with my frozen water bottles. Better than nothing. What's up, Ray? Good afternoon. Cheers, everybody. Hope your coffee is hot or whatever you like to drink. Yeah, tobacco. I'm just trying to do my best to, I'm maxed out with power right now, so I had to run an extension for their breaker. So I think it's okay rolled up, but that is a great tip. I'm not familiar with, you know, electrical safety protocols, so that is something I will definitely have to keep an eye on, just in case, you know, safety first. What's up, Jack Ashes? Good morning, good morning. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Just talking about what a beautiful day it is in Ontario today. I know you're a fellow Ontarian, and it's really warm. I didn't want to go inside. So yeah, yesterday after I got off I think it was MK. Somebody made a comment about how my tent needs a serious cleaning, and so the day before I focused on giving everything a root rinse because I wasn't sure if I was going to reset my bucket system yet. But then after I decided to reset my bucket system, now I can see that I shocked my plants with the reset. A lot of the pepper plants are losing their leaves. They're looking rough. So we're going to start new seeds. A lot of those have root rot anyways, and it's one of those things where, you know, if you force things and try to get rid of it, it's probably like it's gone, just get rid of it type of thing. So that's where I'm at right now. So today we're going to focus on doing certain things that are going to get us to the reset point. So I don't know how to eat peppers, so I don't know if I'm going to start a new Chinese 5-color pepper plant, or if I want to start trying to learn how to propagate it, because even though I have two, one is like I shocked it with the root rinse. The other one I didn't give it a root rinse, but it's got bad root rot, so I'm thinking it's time to get rid of it. And I don't know how it works if you propagate something that's had root rot. Can you do, or should you just start a new seed? If any of you guys have experience with that in the chat, let me know. So we're gonna propagate the dahlia plant. We're gonna talk about the Chinese 5-color pepper because that's the other plant that I don't want to part ways with. But everything else we're going to get rid of. So over the course of this week and next week, we are going to be working on resetting everything, emptying the buckets, resetting everything. So after I got off the live yesterday, I'm like, okay, you know what? This has gotten so freaking messy. What's up, Matt? Thanks for joining. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. So I decided that I have tomatoes on the vine still here, and I want to wait till those ripen before I take everything down. And so in order for them to ripen, they need light. And so I had to clear out a lot of foliage. Like, you guys know, it was above the lights yesterday. It was insane. So I spent 3 hours down here after my live. Not to mention I spent the morning in here too, but after my live I spent about 3 hours down here, and I literally cleaned everything that I could, like picked off every sucker, took off all the clips, every unnecessary branch or whatever. So it's a lot brighter in the grow tent today because we're actually getting proper light exposure. So on the 10th, you guys are gonna see it's a big difference. It looks very bare. So all these I cut down. The pepper plants I had to assess a little bit, but you know what? It's one of those things where I think I might throw in the towel with those bell peppers, just because even though you can keep bell peppers for a long time because they root rot, let's get rid of it. Let's implement the Flora series, our synthetic nutrients, and let's take everything we've learned this grow and let's do it right this time. And then we'll have, so it's interesting because we're gonna start this tent tour just so that I can give you guys a visual while we're talking. But before I get into that, the third thing that we're gonna do, so we're gonna propagate dahlias. We're going to start new pepper seeds, and we're going to cut open and harvest our watermelon. It's been on the vine for a very long time. It's not growing anymore. The vine is getting brown, which means it's ready to harvest. And plus, we're resetting anyways. It's time to let go of these things and move on. I was picking apples a whole afternoon, and we filled up the whole tractor carrier. That sounds awesome, Matt. Enjoy your apples. Habitual Hobby says they will ripen a lot faster now. I hope so. That is the goal, you guys. So it's a lot more bare. You can see a lot of light poking through. Now, dahlia plant isn't fighting with the tomatoes anymore. But yes, Fred, very big day, big week, lots going on, a lot is going to be changing. And so what I was saying before is it's interesting because I had this bucket system set up first. And then when it came time to do this one, 15 weeks later, I was really excited because I felt like I had learned so much that it was cool to see, you know, the first try with this and then apply everything I learned to this system. So now we're leveling up even more, and now this is our old way of doing things, and this bucket system is going to be our new way. So there's a lot of stuff to factor in and to do. I gave the strawberry plant a root rinse, although it's still alive. This is what happened to my habanero plant and my jalapeno plant. It played dead for a while, but it wasn't dead. It came back to life, and I'm going to show you guys in a minute. But yeah, I don't know what's going on here. I think, this pepper plant I gave root rinse to, and it's wilted. It's not doing well. It's womp, but we got root rot, so I'm not upset about it. This one was like the healthy plant. I couldn't even get it buckets to get it a root rinse, but I don't know if it just got contaminated by the other plant it's sharing the bucket with. But it's all like wilty, and everything is being watered properly, so I don't really know what happened. Is it the microbes? Did I add too much of something? Why is it so wilted? So I have no idea. I was banking on keeping this plant, but I don't even want to show you guys the roots because they're in rot. So maybe we need to get rid of it, and we got to propagate. Relative humidity? No, the humidity has been so on point. This only happened overnight, so maybe the lights are, now that I cut down the tomatoes, maybe it's too much light. We got a downpour of rain yesterday evening, so my plants are all rain happy. Oh, that's the best feeling. I love it when that happens to my out garden. So this is our dahlia plant. We're going to propagate it today. I am hopeful that I'll get to keep it, at least propagate it and start anew. Obviously these form tubers, but the bottom of the tubers have root rot, so I don't really know. Habitual hobbies, I plan on getting more seed too. I really want to include so much more in this garden in terms of flowers. I love how you notice the slightest differences in your plants even overnight. Mia Lifestyle, this is not a slight difference. This is like it went from alive to dead. So yeah, the roots look horrible. Horrible, yeah. I mean, I shouldn't even show you this, but in the spirit of transparency, there it is. We got new growth, but it's too far gone. So I think it's time to just take what we've learned, throw in the towel with these plants and start anew and what we've learned and apply it. I still get that high because of the other bucket system. So as long as the high isn't completely gone, then we're good. The worst is when you've got to get rid of everything at once and then there's nothing to high off of, because I don't know, I get so excited about this stuff. So in the second bucket system, actually, let me go through the first bucket system first. Gave this guy a root rinse. It's playing dead, but we're going to get rid of it. These flowers are thriving. They're doing exceptionally well, and I bet you they're going to do even better now that the tomatoes are not in the way. These peppers, we're going to start new seeds today. I might try propagating just to see how long it'll take. I've never propagated peppers before. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. It's all wilty. And then we have these plants that I gave a root rinse to that looked like this the longest time. And I just gave them time. And now look, not one habanero pepper, 2 habanero pepper, 3 habanero pepper. I've got so many habaneros. And then I've got my poblanos, more poblanos, we've got jalapenos here. More jalapenos. The bell peppers, I don't know what the heck happened. Everything looked okay yesterday, and today they're like dead. So it's okay because we've got bell peppers in the other bucket system, but I don't know what happened. I did a root rinse. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what happened. It's probably because I shocked it. So we're going to harvest these peppers. We're going to get rid of all this stuff. These buckets have been in operation now for I think we're going on 28 weeks now. So it's time to clean them. I haven't cleaned them in a long time. So I have the second bucket system though. Hydrogen peroxide happened. Yes. Thanks, detective. I'm just kidding. Good morning, Ash. Hope you're having a happy Sunday. Cucumbers doing well. Tomatoes are doing well. I cut them all down yesterday. Tried my best to cut off all the suckers, all that stuff. We've got tomatoes. So I'm not too upset about resetting this system over here because it's time. It's getting really nasty. We've got our zinnias. This one struggled. Now it's turning green again. Travis says morning green as I'm showing this yellow leaf. Good morning, Travis. Thanks for hanging out. So we've got our zinnias. These are floret flower zinnias. Shout out to Habitual Hobbies. I know you know exactly what that is. So these are all special varieties to me. I'm really excited. And then I freaked out yesterday because during the tent tour, I lifted up a leaf and I'm like, oh my gosh, look at all my eggplants, all finger eggplants. So this is as big as it's going to get. This one's actually ready to harvest. So I'm sensing a TFP in the kitchen episode very, very soon. So we've got those. We're going to pollinate those as well. And then the reason why I'm not so sad about the bell peppers is because of these plants. So even though these were off to a rough start, we're going to do the best we can to get them back on track. We do have a couple that are ready to harvest in here. So it's all about the learning experience. Don't give your stuff a root rinse when it's flowering, and when you're not 100% sure of, like, if it's a user error with the concentration, because I diluted it myself. Maybe I had the wrong ratio. I don't know. But these plants I did not give a root rinse to because they don't have root rot. So as long as we can get the nutrients and everything on track, we're good. Then we have our Black Beauty eggplant. So I was reading that if there's scarring, that's a sign of either overwatering or it could be a nutrients issue. But yeah, we've got what skin gets glossy. So that one back there looks pretty glossy. And once they're 6 to 8 inches, they're ready to harvest. So we're gonna have an eggplant harvest, you guys. I'm really, really excited. It's the first eggplant in the grow tent, so it's gonna be an exciting, a momentous occasion. So yeah, we've got pollinating to do, and then the grow tower's doing great. So for every failure I have, there's something else that I can get excited about. So it's not that bad. There's good with the bad. Our new romaine seedlings that we transferred in are doing so much better than any of the other plants. These are the old method of germinating romaine. They're still okay. I showed you guys some yesterday down here. I actually took them out of the system. I got rid of them. I did a lot of work in here yesterday after the live, you guys. So much so that I actually injured my back. So yeah, it's going, yes, habitual. It's growing so fast. Sorry, I missed a lot of the chat. I'm just seeing what pops up first. So apologies if I missed you guys. I'll catch up in a second. Parsley's doing great. Little guy's off to a slower start. Some of them I want to keep just to show you guys the difference in the way we started the seeds, right? So this one, we started the seeds properly. We germinated them in a foam collar on a sheet of paper towel. Within a week they sprouted, and we moved them to a tray with water and air stone and nutrients. They sat there for a week, and then I got them into the grow tower, and they're doing so much better. Whereas this one sprouted, and then I put it right in the grow tower. And I rushed it too much because of light, and you can see how this one is like stretching, whereas this one is taking its time to develop properly. So that's the goal, you guys. And then, oh, let me show you guys here. We got the beautiful basil. We got the beautiful sage. We got so much. And this is just, oh man, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And like dense parsley plants. Anyway, so like I said, for every negative thing that happens, we got something else to be excited about. Plus, like, I'm so grateful. Look at this garden that I have. Look at this space. I can grow anything I want anytime. So what the heck am I upset? You know? We're going to try a few different propagation methods for the dahlia. Show roots of the green tower. Fine. This is the new seedling. These are the roots, and I'll show you the old roots. Nice and white. They're still a little overwatered. I think I definitely need to switch the timers. I need to go back and look at the packaging of this timer to make sure that I could do the switch, because these are 15 minutes, but I don't know. Well, I was about to. Talking about the timers. Okay, this is something I didn't just put in. This is something that's been in there for about a month now. Hang on, let me try popping it out maybe, because it's hard to see. But the roots are there somewhere. They're like pressed up against the foam collar. Oh, they're right there. That's a good way of saying it. My favorite lettuce. All right. I'll show you my favorite lettuce. The roots are not looking the greatest. You know what? I'll take the demands. I know you guys are trying to help, so yeah. So these roots, it's overwatering. I don't know if they don't look slimy. Like, yes, I know there's that, but nitrogen toxicity? What is nitrogen toxicity? Okay, hang on. I gotta put this back in the tripod. Nah, feels fake. I just broke it. Thanks a lot, Hash. I'm just kidding. Whatever. It is what it is. Maybe that's God's way of saying if you got to get rid of it. I don't know. But these were the roots. There you go. Not trying to hide anything here, you guys. I'll show it all because that's what it's about. We got to learn. All right. Well, we're going to eat this. We're not going to wait. Plant has root rot. They're all going to get it. Okay. Well, then they're all going to get it for now. Like, I don't know what else to tell you, to tell myself. Like, I'm not gonna throw all this stuff out. No, thank you. I'll just have a steak. You enjoy that steak hash. All right. Well, it is what it is. I'm gonna have no problem eating this lettuce, and I'm going to enjoy it. All right. So, we're gonna try a couple of methods to propagate the dahlia. We're gonna put it in a foam color in our setup with our seedlings, and we're also going to put it in a cup of water. Just put this here for now, and when I get hungry later, or when I have to eat my feelings later, because you guys stress me to F. Oh, garden justice, LOL. You already knew that from your other system. Yes, I did. I gotta reduce the water. There's a few things I need to do differently. You two crack me up. Well, that makes one of us, Reef. I don't crack up very much. I actually get irritated. But I'm learning. Look what you made her do now. Yeah, Reef. Happy Sunday, Reef. Hope you're having a great day. Did that steak come from a cow that was hooked up a water chiller? LOL. No, you know what, guys? Even though some people may not have the best approach, I'm really grateful that you all are trying to help me. And even though it does sometimes not make me uncomfortable, but I get like weird because, you know, I do care about what people think. I do have this like extravagant setup, and I want to do things properly. And sometimes I have to just like take what you guys say with a grain of salt and just laugh at it. Even though I know you're trying to help and you're coming from a good place, you know? So it's all fun and games. But seriously, like, who are you, Hash? Like, I don't even know who you are. Who are you? I'm doing this for her own safety when it comes to leafy greens. But I've researched root rot, and unless you see visible indication in the fruit itself, the leaves or whatever are fine to consume. So I don't understand. If you have resources to back what you're saying, please share them, because I don't find that information online that you're not supposed to eat something with root rot unless the fruit itself has bud rot